Well, talk about the fact that your opponent hasn't played for basically 3 weeks. What kind of a situation?
I don't know what to think about that, and I don't need to think about it much. That's their deal. And whatever that means, it for us, it's all about our preparation and what we need to do. And the only thing about it is we don't have a lot of information for this time of the year. They've only played 2 games. It was a while back. Who knows what they've been working on or where they're going with some of their stuff. So we'll just have to get prepared for a variety, I suppose.
What's your impression of their quarterback on tape, Connor?
We liken him to Travis Wilson. We think he's a good player, good thrower. He's been very productive throwing the ball in the 2 games they've had this year. So we think he's a good player.
Coach, if you liken him to Travis Wilson, do you think he's going to be running the ball a little bit more too like Travis did?
I don't know. They really like to throw it. I know that. So, you have to be prepared for it all.
One of the guys they're throwing it to, the guy they're throwing it to, Paul Richardson, Mike.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a player. Right?
He is. He looks like a polished player. We think he must be very, very smart, aware receiver.
One of the positions that doesn't get a lot of ink is the long snapper.
Yeah.
But you've got a situation this week. Talk about that, what your plan is.
Well, it's very unfortunate. Mike Marovic hurt his knee on that play when he was trying to stop and committed a penalty by being too close. And now we know why he couldn't stop. He didn't have a knee. And so he's getting surgery. And we have 2 guys here we think will do a good job. Harrison Linsky and Andrew Mon. They've appeared consistent, sharp in practice. So we'll go with those 2 guys.
Can you just talk about the importance of that position? It's kind of overlooked, but a lot of coaches say that can really make or break a game sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody knows who that guy is until the ball sails over somebody's head. That's the reality of it, and that's why they'd like to kind of remain in the background. Nobody talking about them, and that means they're doing a good job. So. And Mike Marovic has been one of our most consistent guys. We've been blessed with really good snappers. Marcus Perry before Mike, and I think these 2 guys are talented, and they've been working hard. And Harrison Linsky's been with us a while. Mon, I wish we could wait a year for him, but he'll probably do our long snapping, and Linsky will do our short snapping in the game, field goals.
Can you talk about the first 4 games for Sean Mannion, how consistent he's been? You've coached a lot of college quarterbacks. How would you rate this 4-game stretch?
I think it's been outstanding. Lots of confidence going on here and building, and I think he's just made good choices. He's gotten rid of the ball quickly and made plays. He's thrown the ball away at the right times. Lots of good football by that position. I mean, last week was hard, lots of pressure. 80% of the plays were blitzes. He throws 55 balls with no interceptions and gets sacked once. And a lot of those sacks were avoided because he got rid of the football.
What about Rommel stepping in? Is he going to be the starter?
Yeah, Rommel's going to start this week. He's been very, very impressive from the spring practice and had a real good fall camp. Was a very viable competitor for the starting spot, really, and then when given the opportunity, went into this last game and really made some impressive physical plays.
What does Joel need to do or improve on?
Oh, Joel's a good football player, so we've got a situation where we have 2 younger players in our program that both are good players, and so it's just a matter of levels of where they're at. Joel, just like everybody out here, needs to improve. Everybody needs to get better.
Do you think DJ's getting his game feedback on him?
Yeah, I do. I think that each game it's going to be better and better for him.
Colorado's D coordinator, you've been familiar with his approach, very sound, a lot of great defenses through the years.
Yeah, he's a good football coach, knows a lot of football, and whenever you're playing against him, you're going to, and that's what Colorado looks like to me, is a really sound football team.
Coach, to flip it back over to Sean and his success as of late, do you think that the play action that he's become so good with, is that going to lose some of its effectiveness if the runs stay on the low side?
That's a great point. We do a lot of that regardless of the run fake for different. We try to as you do pass routes, you change up protections, and different run actions give you different kinds of protections. And that's as valuable as the run action itself, the different protection. We would like our run action to look like a run and to make them honor the run, but so we would like to run the ball better.
Coach, what's your optimism level on some of the O-line this week, and then moving forward after Colorado on the bye week? Or hopefully
I don't know what to say yet. You better give me a day or two before I know very much more. It's
How did Harlow
lot-
look in his
lot
first?
going on.
Pardon me. How did Harlow look in his first time out?
He battled in there. You know, he is. You know, the thing that we have to avoid with the new linemen that we have playing is assignment mistakes as much as anything. So that's our biggest area with all those new guys that are in there, is that they got to get their assignments down, and then of course then it comes down to performance. But you at least got to get on the right guy.
So then Mitchell's still day to day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give an update on the story.
Only that he's really progressing well. Chance he could be cleared by mid to late week. Still don't know, even if he's cleared, if we'll play him this week.
In terms of the mistakes, asked you after the game what you're most concerned with, you said yes to all those things. Now that you have a chance to watch the film, easily correctable? Does it just come down to discipline?
Oh, you know, well, it's easily correctable if guys learn what to do. It doesn't sound that hard to me, but it's you know, and it's easier said than done, because it's not just only assignments, it's adjustments, you know, because, you know, you've got this guy, unless he does this, and then you got to do that, and then you got to do it in the blink of an eye, and that's where the inexperience hurts you. You know, the guys aren't used to seeing that at game speed. Yeah, we can get this stuff fixed and play better than we did, for sure. The false starts, you know, just start there, and we cut our penalties in half, so we can get a good start on that.
Thanks, Mike.